to Georgetown High School, where the Georgetown Lady Eagles are set to take on the Cedar Creek Lady Eagles in a makeup of a match that was rescheduled from last night due to all of the bad weather in the Central Texas area. Thank you for choosing to spend your Saturday afternoon with us here on SHN Sports. My name is Travis Banks. I'll be along with you for this very exciting ride for the next hour or so. Cole Smith is operating our camera this afternoon. Rob Hipp up in Arkansas covering the Sam Houston State basketball team, which is why he was unavailable this afternoon. Some of you might remember me from a couple of years ago when I covered the Georgetown Lady Eagles alongside with Matt Leishman. So thank you very much for having me back here for these Georgetown Lady Eagle broadcasts, as we are just a couple of minutes away from tip-off here in Georgetown Gymnasium. The Cedar Creek Lady Eagles starting lineups being introduced at the moment. And we will follow that up with the Georgetown Lady Eagles starting lineups. Cedar Creek winning their last two basketball games. Last Tuesday night, they defeated Elgin at home by a score of 33-29. And a week ago, or 8 days ago, I should say, they defeated Eastside Memorial by a score of 64-27. And I'll take a brief pause for the Georgetown Lady Eagles starting lineups.
Here they are, your Georgetown Lady Eagles. The 5'3" sophomore guard number 10, Emma Baker. The 5'6" senior guard number 13, Kylie Cedar. The 5'5" senior guard number 15, Haley Henson. The 5'9" senior forward number 22, Anthem. The 5'6" senior guard number 24, Riley Ellsworth. The 5'7" junior guard number 25, Gracie Harris. The 6-foot senior post number 30, Mackenzie Bouton. The 5'11" junior forward number 32, Megan Harry. The 5'7" senior guard number 33, Mercedes Robledo. The 5'11" junior forward number 42, Lauren Woodard. The 5'8" junior guard number 44, Jordan Stout. And the 6'3" sophomore post number 54, Nia Williams.
So there you have it, your Georgetown Lady Eagles for the 2019-2020 basketball season. Of course, Georgetown coming into this afternoon with an 18-7 overall record. They are 5-2 at home, 3-2 on the road, and 10-3 in neutral sites. And we'll get to more on Georgetown's schedule as we take a brief pause for the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were
Great rendition of the national anthem, as always, as we are just seconds away from tip-off here at Georgetown High School Gymnasium. The Georgetown Lady Eagles playing host to the Cedar Creek Lady Eagles. And a little bit more on Georgetown Lady Eagles' schedule. They've played one game since December 28th. That game, of course, being Tuesday night as they were on the road at Manor, winning that basketball game by a score of 47-42. And they are looking to continue that momentum. They won that game on December 28th, too, as part of the Flowing Wells Holiday Shootout. A couple of hours west in Tucson, Arizona. And they are looking to get a victory over Cedar Creek here in their first home game of 2020. Tip-off is underway now with Cedar Creek winning the first possession. Referee immediately blows a whistle. It'll be Georgetown ball. So Georgetown will take possession now. And the first look is Harris. Harris drives it up through the middle, going for a layup. It's in and one. So Georgetown out to a quick start. Harris for two, and she'll go to the line to shoot one. Harris's free throw attempt is up, and it is good. So just like that, Georgetown with a quick 3-0 lead. 15 seconds into the ball game. Cedar Creek now taking it onto their side of the court. The ball is nearly stolen away by Harris, knocked out of bounds. We'll keep it right here. It'll be Cedar Creek possession. Harris was the last player to touch that ball as it went out of bounds. So Cedar Creek maintains possession. And now throwing it over and intercepted. McCall Hampton passes to Harris. And now Georgetown in transition. Another turnover in a series of them. A high pass attempt to Mackenzie Mouton is going to lead to a Georgetown turnover. Cedar Creek takes control now, trailing 3-0. Just about 40 seconds into this ball game now. Cedar Creek now at the three-point line, and ball is stolen away by Harris and picked up. Georgetown now driving. Here's Kylie Ellsworth. Kylie Ellsworth with a layup attempt that does not fall in. Cedar Creek able to maintain possession, but on the rebound, Cedar Creek player steps out of bounds. That is Aaliyah Ibarra. Now, she did step out of bounds while maintaining possession of the ball, so it'll be Georgetown ball down here on their own side of the court. Quick pass attempt to Mackenzie Mouton from the free throw line. It's up and in. I'm sorry, that was McCall Hampton. McCall Hampton up and in for two. Georgetown leads at 5-0 now. 6:58 to go in the first quarter. Cedar Creek now. Another turnover for Cedar Creek. Whistle blown on the freshman Alexa McDonald. Kylie Ellsworth passes to Harris, checks the ball, and Harris now driving in transition, passes to the three-point line. Back to Harris. Harris to McCall Hampton in the middle. McCall Hampton inside the paint, going for the layup. No good, bounces off the rim, and Cedar Creek gets the defensive rebound. Cedar Creek, this is Malia Deshay driving. She passes the ball back to McDonald. McDonald now with a three-point line. Cedar Creek trying to get anything going. Here's Ibarra. Ibarra for a two-point attempt. It's high. Bounces off the backboard. No good, but Cedar Creek gets the offensive rebound. Here's Ibarra again, trying to set her offense in motion. Quick pass attempt inside and a shot. It bounces off the rim, swirls in. No good. Cedar Creek gets the offensive rebound. And it's going to be a Georgetown ball. Turnover for Cedar Creek. They're going to say the Cedar Creek player rolled. That was Alexa McDonald. It'll be Georgetown ball. Kylie Ellsworth checks to Harris. Harris crosses over the midcourt. Harris at the three-point line. Passes to Kylie Ellsworth, who goes for three. No good from the left side. Georgetown gets the offensive rebound, though. And Harris gets another look at it. Harris at the three-point line. Passes to Ellsworth again. Ellsworth driving inside. Passes back to Harris at the three-point line. Harris now finds an open girl for a three. No good. That was Kylie Sander on the attempt. And now Georgetown fighting for possession. Kylie Ellsworth gets a shot up. No good. And it's going to finally be Cedar Creek possession. And Isle Davidson getting that defensive rebound. It's 5-0 here. Georgetown leading Cedar Creek. 5:20 to go in the first quarter. And now Alexa McDonald loses control of the ball. It rolls out of bounds. It'll be Georgetown ball. Last touch by McDonald. Clock will stop with 5:13 to go here in the first quarter as Cedar Creek makes some substitutions. Hannah Reeves checking into the game for Alexa McDonald for Cedar Creek. As Harris now driving inside the paint, going for the layup. It's in for two. Georgetown leads 7-0. Harris. 4:55 to go here in the first quarter. Georgetown gets another interception. This is Kylie Sander now driving, getting the turnover, and going in for the quick and easy layup for two. Georgetown leads 9-0 now. 4:44 to go in the first. Georgetown out to a really hot start as now that was Kylie Ellsworth, Kylie Ellsworth getting fouled as she gets a steal and goes for two. The basket will not count. However, Kylie will go to the line to shoot two. Kylie Ellsworth's first free throw attempt is no good. Bounces off of the rim. She'll get one more attempt as the Lady Eagles lead it 9-0. Ellsworth's second free throw attempt is up and in, so Georgetown takes a commanding 10-0 lead here. 4:33 to go here in the first quarter. As Georgetown just flanking the Cedar Creek offense, and there's going to be a whistle blown. Foul is going to be called on Kylie Sander. That is her first of the afternoon. Cedar Creek bounces back inside, looking to score their first points of the game. Being boxed out is Ibarra. And Ibarra is going to step out of bounds. It's going to be Georgetown ball. 4:18 to go here in the first. Georgetown leading 10-0. Kylie Ellsworth checks to Harris. Harris driving inside, passes back to Ellsworth, back to Harris. Harris driving inside the paint. She tried to pass to McCall Hampton. McCall Hampton wasn't ready. The ball rolls out of bounds. It'll be Cedar Creek ball, a Georgetown turnover. They were looking to get some points off of that. Clock temporarily stops with 4:03 to go. We're halfway through the first quarter. Georgetown leads at 10-0. Cedar Creek now driving to their side of the court. And a bounce pass rolls out of bounds. Last touch by Cedar Creek. It'll be another turnover for Cedar Creek. Georgetown ball. Ellsworth checks to Harris. Harris driving to the right side of the court. Passes to Sander, who passes to Ellsworth. Inside to Mackenzie Mouton. And Harris for a three-point shot. No good. Air balls. And his last touch by Georgetown rules the referee as the ball rolls out of bounds. It'll be Cedar Creek ball. No score for Georgetown on that possession. They still lead at 10-0 over Cedar Creek. 3:34 to go here in the first. Driving down is Malia Deshay. Deshay trying to spin around Ellsworth. And now a screen set up. Cedar Creek has it. Ibarra for two. No good. Overshoots it. Cedar Creek gets the offensive rebound. And fouled on the play is Janelle Welcome. The foul is called on Kylie Sander, so that'll be her second foul of the afternoon. Welcome up at the free throw line. Misses her first attempt. Sander will sub out of the game, and Ella Vickers subs in her place. Sander in foul trouble. Now Welcome's second free throw attempt, looking to get Cedar Creek's first points of the ball game. It's no good. Rebound taken by McCall Hampton. Georgetown still leads at 10-0. Quick pass down court to Kylie Ellsworth, who passes to McCall Hampton. Ella Vickers getting a look now. Back to Harris. Harris drives inside the three-point line, passes to Ellsworth, who passes to Hampton, who passes back to Harris. And now McCall Hampton now misses a two-point attempt from the free throw line. And now here's Deshay driving down for Cedar Creek. Deshay going inside, not quite at the paint. She misses her two-point shot. Ellsworth gets the rebound for Georgetown. And it's stolen away by Deshay for Cedar Creek. And another steal now by Ella Vickers. Georgetown has it now. Harris inside the paint. Tried to bounce pass to Mackenzie Mouton. Bounced off her feet, but Harris able to get the rebound. And now Kylie Ellsworth will slow the pace down. 2:30 to go here in the first. Georgetown leading 10-0. Quick pass, and McCall Hampton able to maintain possession, but the ball is knocked loose, and Cedar Creek gets it. Great defensive stand by the Cedar Creek Lady Eagles. It is Lady Eagles versus Lady Eagles here today in Georgetown, Texas. Cedar Creek trying to get something going. Here's Deshae getting a look. She's being double covered. She passes to Welcome. Welcome passes back to Deshae. Deshae passes inside to Kiana Sapien. And the ball is knocked out of bounds. Clock will stop with 1:56 to go here in the first. Georgetown leading 10-0 over Cedar Creek. Deshae passes. Ball is stolen away from Alexa McDonald by Ella Vickers, but Cedar Creek able to get the ball back. Ella Vickers not able to maintain full possession of that ball. 2-point attempt is up by Hannah Reeves, misses, and Georgetown gets the defensive rebound. Harris now. Harris passing to McCall Hampton. Cedar Creek coming with a bit of a press, a half-court press. And Harris driving. Ball is knocked loose, and it's going to be a jump ball, I believe. Cedar Creek looking for a travel call, and will get it. Clock will stop with 1:28 to go here. It'll be Cedar Creek ball. 2 team fouls for the Lady Eagles of Georgetown. 2 team fouls for Cedar Creek. It'll be Cedar Creek possession here. Alexa McDonald getting a look now at the 3-point line. She's being triple covered now. Georgetown trying to steal the ball away. The referees are going to rule a jump ball. Possession favors Cedar Creek. I'm sorry. Possession favors Georgetown. So it'll be Georgetown ball after that jump ball. Ellsworth getting the check to Harris. Harris running down court. Passes to Ella Vickers. Has nothing to look at. Passes back to Harris. Back to McCall Hampton, who trips. Trips going for the layup. And McCall Hampton will have the ball knocked out of bounds. It'll be Cedar Creek ball. Georgetown still leads it 10-0 with just a minute left to go here now in the first quarter. Sloppy pass by Cedar Creek. The ball is nearly stolen away. It'll be ruled a jump ball. Ella Vickers, and we don't have number 10 for Cedar Creek on our roster. I apologize for that. The possession arrow favoring Cedar Creek, so it'll be Cedar Creek ball after that jump ball ruling. Cedar Creek trying to get something going. Here's number 10 for a 2-point attempt. No good. McCall Hampton gets the rebound for Georgetown. She checks to Harris. 50 seconds to go in the first. Kylie Ellsworth here. First 2. It's good. Kylie Ellsworth. Georgetown scores their first points in quite some time. They lead it 12-0. 40 seconds to go here for Cedar Creek. They're looking for a quick 2. The ball is intercepted by McCall Hampton. McCall Hampton passes to Harris, who tries to get the offense set up. Pass all the way down court to Kylie Ellsworth. Ellsworth passes to Mouton. Mouton knocked down as she was attempting a 2 from inside the paint. The foul is called on Janelle Welcome, her first of the ball game. 3 team fouls for Cedar Creek. The Lady Eagles of Georgetown have 25 seconds to work with. Kylie Ellsworth attempts a 3, no good, but Georgetown able to get the offensive rebound. And now Ellsworth in for 2. The shot falls incomplete, but a foul is called on Cedar Creek. Malia Deshae, her first foul of the afternoon. That's 4 team fouls for Cedar Creek, and Kylie Ellsworth will go to the line to shoot 2. Ellsworth's first free throw attempt is good. So it'll be 13-0 Cedar Creek, or 13-0 Georgetown, I'm sorry, pending Ellsworth's second free throw attempt. Ellsworth's second free throw is good. Georgetown leads it 14-0 now. 17 seconds to work with for Cedar Creek before the end of the first quarter. And a sloppy pass by Cedar Creek's Hannah Reeves bounces off the feet of Alexa McDonald and goes out of bounds. It'll be Georgetown ball now. They'll have 11.3 seconds to work with. Lady Eagles, they check it to Harris. Harris passes midcourt. Passes to Ellsworth at the 3. Ellsworth drives inside the paint. Ellsworth for 2, no good. She is fouled, and the clock is stopped with 2.11 seconds to go here. on the game clock. The foul is called on 32, Janelle Welcome. Her second of the afternoon. That'll be 5 team fouls for Cedar Creek. Ellsworth will be shooting 2. Ellsworth's first is good. 15-0 Georgetown. Pending Ellsworth's second free throw attempt. Second attempt is up and good. Georgetown takes a 16-0 lead over Cedar Creek. And Cedar Creek's going to let the clock run out. That'll do it for the end of the first quarter. Georgetown Lady Eagles lead it 16-0 over the Cedar Creek Lady Eagles. We'll take a brief break. We'll be right back in just 1 minute. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Georgetown Lady Eagle basketball on SHN Sports. Back here for the start of the second quarter. Georgetown Lady Eagles leading at 16-0 over the Cedar Creek Lady Eagles, and we want to apologize for the streaming issues we are having today with the choppy bit rate. We'll try to get that fixed here momentarily as the Georgetown Lady Eagles make a couple of substitutions into the ball game. Is Lauren Woodard, who will be called for a travel after losing possession of the ball. Still 16-0 Georgetown as Deshay now passes around the three-point line. Trying to get inside the Lady Eagles of Cedar Creek. End up knocking the ball out of bounds. It'll be a turn. No, they're going to keep it right here. They're going to say that Georgetown touched the ball last. And Cedar Creek will maintain possession, but Ella Vickers trying to get a steal there. Georgetown with another attempt. That was Williams. Nia Williams accidentally knocks the ball out of bounds. So it'll be Cedar Creek possession. We'll keep it right here. Cedar Creek passing inside, but the pass is intercepted by Ella Vickers. Vickers running in transition inside the paint. Layup attempt no good. Bounces out of bounds. It will be Cedar Creek ball. As Georgetown still leads it 16-0 here with 7:13 to go here in the second quarter. Cedar Creek, a sloppy pass is intercepted by Williams, and Williams driving in transition now. Williams down the court. Layup attempt no good. It is rebounded by Cedar Creek. Cedar Creek now a pass to Kiana Sapien. And now to Gabby Gomez. Gomez now getting a look. Inside, a sloppy pass is intercepted by Ella Vickers again. Ella Vickers able to pass to Lauren Woodard. And the referee stopped the play and blow a whistle. It's going to be a foul on Cedar Creek number 2. That's Gabby Gomez, her first of the afternoon. That'll be the 6th team foul for Cedar Creek. One more foul away from Georgetown going into the 1-and-1. And now Georgetown pass. A three-point attempt is no good. That was Hansen taking the three-point attempt. But a rebound is taken by Georgetown. Put up and in for 2. Georgetown leads at 18-0. 6:25 to go here in the second quarter. Sapien has the ball stolen away from her by Lauren Woodard. Woodard passes to Hansen. Hansen has the ball knocked out of bounds by Gabby Gomez. But as Gomez was the last player to touch it for Cedar Creek, it'll be Georgetown ball. Cedar Creek is going to make some substitutions. Deshay will sub out of the game. And now here's Hansen. Hansen tries to drive inside the paint, but is tripped up. Cedar Creek has the ball in transition now. Gabby Gomez all alone inside the paint. Her layup attempt is no good, but Cedar Creek gets the rebound, misses another attempt, and Georgetown gets the ball. Lauren Woodard. This is going to be a foul on Cedar Creek. Janelle Welcome, her third of the afternoon. So Janelle Welcome in foul trouble for Cedar Creek. As that is the 7th team foul for Cedar Creek, and now Lauren Woodard will go to the free throw line for the 1-and-1. Georgetown leading at 18-0. Clock is stopped with exactly 6 minutes to go here in the second quarter. Woodard's first free throw shot is up and good, so she will shoot a second as Georgetown takes a commanding 19-0 lead. Woodard's second free throw attempt, up and good. So Georgetown with a 20-0 lead over the Cedar Creek Lady Eagles now, following Lauren Woodard's first 2 points of the ball game. Cedar Creek now in transition. Gabby Gomez takes a look, has a high pass that goes over the hands of Robledo. Cedar Creek is still yet to score, and another failed shot attempt is rebounded by Georgetown. And now Georgetown in transition, fouled while taking a shot. That is Robledo. The foul is called on Cedar Creek's number 14, who we do not have on our roster. And Georgetown has taken their first timeout of this afternoon. 18 fouls for the Cedar Creek Lady Eagles. Georgetown is in the bonus. Only 2 team fouls for Georgetown. Both of those team fouls are coming on Kylie Sander, who has been sitting on the bench since her second foul, as Coach Farney attempts to ride out her foul trouble, at least for this first half. Just a brief 25-second timeout here. Again, we apologize for the choppy video we are having here this afternoon. We're going to take a look at that here over halftime, try to get that worked out for y'all. Again, I'm Travis Banks, joined alongside Cole Smith, working the camera for us this afternoon. Big thank you to Cole Smith for coming out to help out this afternoon in a game that was rescheduled from last night due to inclement weather. First attempt at the 1-and-1 by Mercedes Robledo is good. So Georgetown takes a 21-0 lead. Robledo's second attempt at the 1-and-1 is also good. So Georgetown with a 22-0 lead here. 5:35 to go in the second quarter. Cedar Creek has yet to score, and a sloppy pass nearly intercepted. It's tipped by Robledo, but Cedar Creek able to maintain possession. A high, hard pass inside, and Cedar Creek is going to be called for traveling. That is Anile Davidson, the senior forward. Georgetown ball after the travel call. Ella Vickers checks to Haley Hansen. Hansen inside to Robledo at the three-point line, and inside to Nia Williams. Nia Williams, 2 points, good. Georgetown leads 24-0. Nia Williams on that last 2-point attempt. Cedar Creek just trying to get something going momentum-wise, as again they defeated Elgin back on Tuesday night. Another air ball by Cedar Creek is rebounded by Georgetown, and now down court. Woodard passes to Ella Vickers. Ella Vickers for 3, it's good! Ella Vickers for 3, and Georgetown takes a commanding 27-0 lead. 4:30 to go in the second quarter. Gabby Gomez pass is intercepted by Georgetown. And now Lauren Woodard all alone inside the paint. Lauren Woodard for 2. It's 29-0 Georgetown. Cedar Creek is calling a timeout now. There's going to be a massive substitutions for the Cedar Creek lineup. Clock is stopped with 4:17 to go here in the ball game. This will be another short 25-second timeout. Again, we thank you for joining us here on this Saturday afternoon for Georgetown Lady Eagle basketball on SHN Sports. I'm Travis Banks alongside Cole Smith working the camera for us this afternoon. We thank you very much for tuning in. Again, the ball game was scheduled to take place last night, but all of these extracurricular activities in the Central Texas area were delayed due to inclement weather. A very bad storm rolled in. They had us under a tornado watch for a majority of the day yesterday. To my knowledge, no tornadoes ended up touching down, and ended up being a lot of rain, a little bit of hail, depending on where you were in the Austin area. I know the area I was in had a little bit of hail. Very small hail, thankfully, so no damage really caused. Some heavy downpours. I did read that a majority of the worst storms were taking place in the San Marcos area, Kyle, New Braunfels, and down in San Antonio. So perhaps Austin got a little lucky. The weather shields were activated, so to speak. As play resumes, Georgetown leading 29-0 with 4:06 to go here in the second quarter. Ball is stolen away by Georgetown now. And a quick pass down court as we maintain possession by Georgetown. And some quick passes around the three-point line inside to Nia Williams. And now Stout getting a look. And this is Robledo, Mercedes Robledo going for three. It is no good, but Georgetown gets the rebound. This is Stout. Stout passes to Harris. I'm sorry, Hansen. And now Herring gets a look. Pass back to Robledo. And now Hansen. Hansen's three-point attempt no good. Cedar Creek gets the defensive rebound, and now Cedar Creek is driving. They trail 29-0. 3:19 to go in the second quarter. Cedar Creek trying to get something going. Cedar Creek shot attempt is up, no good by Alexa McDonald. Georgetown gets the rebound, but McDonald intercepts the pass. McDonald now misses a two-point attempt. And now Cedar Creek inside the three, trying to get something going, but the ball is wrestled away by Hansen. And now Hansen. Hansen driving in transition. The ball is nearly tipped away. Stout picks it up, passes to Nia Williams, and now to Robledo. Robledo for three, it's good! 32-0 Georgetown following another three-point shot by Mercedes Robledo. 2:30 to go here in the second quarter. Cedar Creek trailing 32-0, looking to get something going, looking to get some points. Sabian's shot, no good. Cedar Creek finally scores. That's Alexa McDonald for two. Their first points of the ball game come with 2:15 to go in the second quarter. Hansen in transition for Georgetown. Crosses midcourt, passes to Stout. Stout passes back to Hansen at the three-point line. She passes inside to Nia Williams. Williams passes outside. The ball is tipped by Alexa McDonald, knocked out of bounds as Alexa McDonald was the last player to touch the ball. It will be Georgetown ball, but it's all the way down on the Georgetown end of the court. And now Nia Williams checks to Hansen. Georgetown trying to get something going now. This is Woodard. Woodard going up for two, able to get her own rebound. Shot attempt is no good, I should say. Cedar Creek gets the defensive rebound that time. Here comes Ibarra. Ibarra driving down a high shot. Sabian gets the rebound. Sabian puts it up and in for two, Cedar Creek. It's 32-4 Georgetown now. 1:27 to go in the second. Hansen driving past midcourt. Hansen has the ball tipped away. Stout fighting for it, but Cedar Creek able to get it. It's Ibarra. Alexa McDonald now, and Ibarra nearly lose control of the ball. Ibarra able to pass it inside, but Stout gets the defensive rebound. The steal, the turnover for Georgetown. It's a high pass inside, and up for two, no good on the attempt was Herring. And now Herring wrestling with Sapien for the ball. It'll be ruled a jump ball, I believe. Or I'm sorry, that's going to be a foul called on. No, it's a jump ball. But the possession arrow favors Georgetown. My mistake on that one. Georgetown trying to go for a quick pass. Woodard unable to get anything going. Woodard fouled on the play. Giselle Portillo, her first foul of the ball game for Cedar Creek. This puts Cedar Creek with 19 fouls. Georgetown in the bonus. Woodard will go up for the 1-and-1 attempt from the free throw line. First attempt is up and good for Woodard. It's 33-4 Georgetown, pending Woodard's second free throw. Cedar Creek is one team foul away from putting Georgetown in the double bonus. Woodard, second shot is no good, and it's going to be wrestled between Portillo and Herring. Jump ball called, and the possession arrow favors Cedar Creek. Cedar Creek now crossing midcourt as they try to slow the tempo down just a bit. Pass is nearly tipped and stolen by Georgetown. This time it is. Here's Harris now back in the ball game. Harris crossing midcourt, trying to up the tempo. 30 seconds to go before halftime. Georgetown looking to use every second of this game clock. Harris now driving inside the paint. Harris for two, no good. Rebound taken by Georgetown. That is Herring. And Cedar Creek able to get the defensive rebound after a series of missed shots by Georgetown. And Georgetown is going to be called for a foul on Hannah Reeves. Ellsworth, no, I'm sorry, that was Harris called for the foul, her first of the afternoon for Georgetown. As Cedar Creek getting very aggressive to match Georgetown's aggressive defense. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll be Cedar Creek ball. Alexa McDonald now gets control. Alexa McDonald fakes a three-point shot. Portillo misses, hits the side of the basket. And now that will do it for the first half. Georgetown 33, Cedar Creek 4 at halftime. We will take a brief commercial break. And we'll try to get these video issues resolved. Figure out why everything's going so choppy. Stay tuned. At halftime, Georgetown Lady Eagles lead it over the Cedar Creek Lady Eagles 33-4. I'm Travis Banks, Cole Smith working the camera. We'll see you just after this. Back here following halftime for the start of the second half, a bit of an abbreviated halftime due to the time this game is taking place. And we hope we got these video issues solved for you. Again, I'm Travis Banks alongside Cole Smith as Georgetown starting out hot with a three-point shot by Harris, starting off the scoring for the second half. It's 36-4, Georgetown leading over Cedar Creek. Georgetown with a quick steal. Now Ellsworth driving inside for two. Georgetown coming out hot. The 33-4 halftime lead was not enough for Coach Farney, as she used those 6 halftime minutes to really tell her players to get aggressive. 38-4 Georgetown here. 7:13 to go here in the third quarter. As again, we apologize for the streaming issues we were having in the first half. We hope that we knocked those issues out of the way as Georgetown now. Mackenzie Mouton went for two, and it's fouled actually. A little bit of confusion because nobody really realized what was going on. Some of the Georgetown players lining up for a free throw attempt, others going down the court. It'll be Georgetown ball now. McCall Hampton has a shot attempt knocked away, but Harris able to pick up the rebound. Pass to Ellsworth. And now for three from the outside is Cedar. But Georgetown able to get the offensive rebound. Ellsworth now getting a look inside. Passes inside to McCall Hampton, who has the ball knocked away. It'll be Cedar Creek with the defensive rebound. Georgetown attempts a steal. That is Kylie Sander. But the pass is knocked out of bounds. It'll remain Cedar Creek ball. Shout out to the Creek radio crew who is keeping up with this ball game as they broadcast their own makeup game down in Cedar Creek. Things not looking well for the Cedar Creek Lady Eagles right now as they trail 38-4 with just a little over 6 minutes to go here in the third quarter as Kylie Sander in transition for Georgetown. Ball is knocked out of bounds as Sander attempted a layup. Harris for three. No good. Georgetown able to get the rebound. Mackenzie Mouton. Pass to Harris, who passes to Kylie Ellsworth, who drives to the free throw line. Passes back to Harris. Harris passes back to Ellsworth as the Lady Eagles of Georgetown look to slow the tempo down. Ellsworth for two. No good. Bounces off the rim, but Georgetown fighting over the offensive rebound. Mackenzie Mouton picks it up. Passes to Harris. Ellsworth now getting a look. Passes inside to McCall Hampton, who passes back to Ellsworth. Ellsworth for three, no good. Bounces off the rim, but McCall Hampton able to get the offensive rebound for Georgetown. 5:25 to go here in the third quarter. Georgetown leads at 38-4. Harris passes back to Ellsworth. Ellsworth looks for two. The ball goes in. It's an and one for Harris. Or I'm sorry, Ellsworth. And one for Kylie Ellsworth. Makes it 40-4 Georgetown, pending this free throw. The foul is called on Cedar Creek's Anile Davidson, her first of the afternoon. Ellsworth will shoot one. I'm sorry, that foul was called on Kiana Sapien, and that is her second of the afternoon. That's the second team foul for Cedar Creek already in the second half. They got Georgetown into the bonus in the first half. Mackenzie Mouton able to get the rebound of the missed free throw attempt by Kylie Ellsworth. And so Georgetown is back in business now. Ellsworth gets a look, passes inside to McCall Hampton. McCall Hampton up and in for two. It's 42-4 Georgetown. Georgetown looking to get their first home win of the year 2020. Georgetown steals the ball away from Cedar Creek now and overthrows Kylie Sander. The ball goes out of bounds. And referees ruling that Cedar Creek last touched the ball, so a player tipped the ball on that high pass. Harris passing inside to Ellsworth. Ellsworth going inside. McCall Hampton up and in for two on an offensive rebound. It's 44-4, Georgetown over Cedar Creek. 4:30 to go in the third quarter. Cedar Creek driving now. As there will be a mass wave of substitutions for the Georgetown Lady Eagles. They'll put their bench players into the ball game. Mouton, Harris, Ellsworth, and Hampton all going to the bench. Ella Vickers, Nia Williams, Mercedes Robledo, all checking in. Pass is stolen away by Cedar Creek now, but Ella Vickers fighting. Ella Vickers able to maintain possession. Ella Vickers, the younger sister of Maddie. Nia Williams attempts a two-point shot, no good. Ball is tipped, and Cedar Creek gets the rebound now. Cedar Creek only scoring 4 points in the entire first half. They trail by 40. And now the referee blows a whistle. It'll be a jump ball favoring Cedar Creek, thanks to the possession arrow, so we'll keep it right here. Clock is stopped with 3:43 to go here in the third. A reminder to stay tuned after this ball game, as there will be a brief presentation for Senior Day, as Coach Farney and the rest of the staff will honor the Georgetown Lady Eagles senior players. It'll be Georgetown ball now. 3:38 to go in the third. Georgetown leads at 44-4. Ball is tipped out of bounds by Cedar Creek, so we'll keep it right here. Hanson passes inside. Lauren Woodard getting a look, but the ball is knocked off of her foot. And this is Alexa McDonald wrestling for possession of the ball. They're going to call a foul on Lauren Woodard. So it'll be Cedar Creek ball. First foul for Lauren Woodard of the afternoon, and first team foul for the Lady Eagles this half. Cedar Creek going inside. Can't quite get anything going there. Defensive possession taken by Georgetown. And now Georgetown in transition. This is Hanson. Haley Hanson, double covered. Hanson looking to get the ball away. Tries to pass to Ella Vickers, but it's knocked out of bounds. Alexa McDonald was in on there. They're ruling that Alexa McDonald touched the ball last, so it'll be Georgetown ball. We'll keep it right here. Robledo getting a look now. And Robledo is knocked out of bounds by Sapien. That should be a contact foul on Sapien. Indeed, it will be. That'll be Sapien's third foul of the ball game, as she's in foul trouble. One of the big players on Cedar Creek's roster. She'll go to the bench to avoid getting in any more foul trouble with 2:56 to go here in the third. 3 team fouls for Cedar Creek. And Robledo is fighting with Gabby Gomez now for the ball. Gabby Gomez is a fighter. They're going to call a foul on Gabby Gomez. Her second team, her second foul, her second personal foul of the afternoon. 4th team foul of the half for Cedar Creek. And we'll keep it right here as the Georgetown Lady Eagles try to get something going. Robledo now gets possession, goes for 3, no good, bounces off the rim. But Woodard able to get the offensive rebound, misses, and now Nia Williams goes, misses, and Lauren Woodard finally able to get it in for 2. Georgetown leads 46-4, 2:30 to go here in the third. As Cedar Creek tries to get something going, referees will call a contact foul on the Georgetown Lady Eagles, specifically Lauren Woodard, her second foul of the afternoon, second team foul of the half for Georgetown. Both of those team fouls coming from Lauren Woodard. Cedar Creek just trying to get something going. They trail by 42. As both of these teams won their ball games on Tuesday night. Woodard gets the defensive rebound for Georgetown now on another missed Cedar Creek shot. Cedar Creek has shot poorly today. Here's Hansen going up. Haley Hansen misses a layup, but Georgetown able to maintain possession. Mercedes Robledo passes to Hansen. Hansen passes to Ella Vickers. Ella Vickers inside to Lauren Woodard. Lauren Woodard for two from the free throw line. No good. Gabby Gomez getting the defensive rebound for Cedar Creek. And now Gomez in transition, driving inside the paint. Ball is knocked out of bounds by Mercedes Robledo. So it'll be Cedar Creek ball now. The clock temporarily stops with 1 minute 45 seconds to go in the third. Georgetown leading it 46-4. Cedar Creek passes all the way to the three-point line to Gomez. Gomez for three, or is it two? We'll see what the referees have to say. It's a two-point shot. Gomez's foot was inside the three-point line, but either way, it's points for Cedar Creek that they desperately need. It's 46-6 now. It's Georgetown leading. Nia Williams inside for two, no good. Gabby Gomez getting the defensive rebound. And now Gabby Gomez using her speed. And the pass is intercepted by Robledo. Passes to Ella Vickers. Vickers looking around. Passes to Hansen, and now Hansen stops temporarily to stop the pace. And the tempo, slow it down. Robledo wide open for three. Good! Mercedes Robledo. It's 49-6 Georgetown. Gabby Gomez now. Passes inside. Ball is nearly stolen away. And now a quick two-point shot. Bounces off the rim. That missed attempt was from Jatavia Brown. And now Ella Vickers driving. She passes all the way to a wide-open Nia Williams. Williams for two. It's good. 51-6 Georgetown lead now. 28 seconds to go here in the third quarter. The Lady Eagles are dominating Cedar Creek. And the ball is knocked out of bounds. That's some substitutions for Georgetown now. Nia Williams and Ella Vickers will check out. Jordan Stout will check in along with Megan Herring. Cedar Creek now trying to get something going. Gabby Gomez is a fighter. And she's going to do her best to maintain possession, but her pass is intercepted by Robledo. And now driving down court, a hard pass but to Jordan Stout, falls out of bounds. It'll be Cedar Creek ball, a turnover for the Georgetown Lady Eagles, I should say. Of course, both of these teams, the Lady Eagles. Makes it a little confusing, which is why I've been saying Georgetown and Cedar Creek. 6 seconds to go here in the third. Should see what Cedar Creek has to do here. Two-point shot attempt is no good. That shot was taken by number 14, who we do not have on our roster. I apologize for that. But that'll do it. The buzzer rings for the end of the fourth quarter. Or the start of the fourth quarter, I should say. The end of the third quarter. Georgetown leads it 51-6 over Cedar Creek. Again, we thank you very much for choosing to spend your Saturday afternoon with us here on SHN Sports for Georgetown Lady Eagle basketball. I'm Travis Banks, filling in for Rob Hipp, who is up in Arkansas covering the Sam Houston State basketball squad. Cole Smith helping me out on the camera this afternoon. We thank you all very much for joining us. As, again, both of these teams won their first ball game of the year 2020 back on Tuesday night. Cedar Creek defeating Elgin and Georgetown defeating Manor. And another reminder that following the conclusion of this ball game, stay tuned as we will be broadcasting the Senior Day ceremonies for the Lady Eagles. They get those taken care of a little earlier than usual compared to other teams. It's not usually the last home game of the year for the Georgetown Lady Eagles. So there's already enough emotion involved with that night. Again, this game rescheduled from last night due to inclement weather in the Central Texas area. As Georgetown starts out, nearly having a ball stolen away by Cedar Creek, but they're able to maintain possession. Hansen getting a look now, and a three-point shot by Jordan Stout is good. Jordan Stout. As the Lady Eagles of Georgetown take a commanding 54-6 lead over Cedar Creek. Cedar Creek trying to pass inside, nothing going. And now Lauren Woodard able to steal the ball away. And now in transition, up and good for two. It's Megan Herring. A 50-point lead for Georgetown, 56-6. And this is going to be a foul on Georgetown now, going to be called on Megan Herring. I'm sorry, that foul called on Lauren Woodard, her third of the afternoon, as Cedar Creek misses another shot in a series of them. Clock momentarily stops with 6:42 to go here in the ball game. Georgetown leading 56-6. Georgetown playing mostly bench players this entire ball game. As Cedar Creek looking to get anything going, they'd like to hit double digits. Three-point attempt by Cedar Creek is no good. Nia Williams able to get the defensive rebound for Georgetown. And now in transition, a long pass to Mercedes Robledo, who puts it up and in for two. 58-6 now for Georgetown. And now Cedar Creek attempting another three-point pass as a couple of players fall to the ground. One from Cedar Creek. Jordan Stout for Georgetown falling to the ground. And clock will temporarily stop. 6:03 to go here in the ball game. Cedar Creek. This is a pass inside to Deshay. And Cedar Creek desperately going for that three-point shot from number 33, who I apologize, I do not have on my roster either. Cedar Creek with a bare bones roster. Pass inside to Nia Williams for Georgetown. Falls incomplete, and Georgetown able to get the rebound and put it back in. That's Megan Herring for two, as Georgetown now takes a 60-6 lead over the Cedar Creek Lady Eagles. 5:30 to go here in the ball game. Cedar Creek, Ibarra trying to get something going, but she's going to be called. Sorry, that foul called on number 33, her first of the afternoon. Again, not on my roster, so I apologize for not having a name for Cedar Creek's number 33. 15 foul for Cedar Creek. I'm sorry, number 33 is Avery Adams. Thanks to Cole Smith for pointing that out. As Cole has an updated roster. Missed shot attempt by Georgetown. Puts the ball back into the Cedar Creek's possession. Avery Adams passes to Deshay. Ibarra getting a look now after a defensive rebound. Ball falls out of bounds. We'll keep it right here as Georgetown was the last team to touch the ball. It'll be Cedar Creek possession. They trail 60-6. 4:43 to go here in the ball game. High pass attempted for Alexa McDonald. Falls out of bounds. McDonald tries to save it, but it falls out of bounds. It'll be Georgetown ball. So another turnover in a series of them by Cedar Creek. Harris now trying to drive inside for Georgetown. So looking to just maintain the tempo at this point. Ella Vickers now with a three-point attempt. No good. It's an air ball, but Stout saves it. Passes inside to Herring. Herring's shot no good and knocked out of bounds by Cedar Creek. Substitution for Georgetown as Harris will sub out and Haley Hansen will sub in. Hansen finds Ella Vickers. Ella Vickers drives inside to the paint, fakes out, passes to Stout. Stout passes back to Vickers along the three-point line to Hansen, inside to Nia Williams. Williams passes back outside to Stout. Stout back to Williams. And inside to Herring, but the ball is knocked out of bounds by Cedar Creek, so we'll keep it right here. Georgetown ball, clock stopped with 4:08 to go in the ball game. Lady Eagles of Georgetown leading it 60-6. Pass inside, Megan Herring. Goes inside the rim and back out, but Nia Williams able to get the rebound. Her shot attempt is no good. Cedar Creek now, Deshay getting the defensive rebound. And now it's Cedar Creek ball. Deshay crosses half court, being guarded very viciously by Ella Vickers. Sets up a screen, but Deshay can't get anywhere. She's got to give the ball away to Alexa McDonald. McDonald now passes back to Deshay. Deshay to Ibarra. Ibarra for two, no good. Almost there, had the distance, but a little too much distance. Georgetown gets the defensive rebound now. 3:35 to go in the ball game. Ella Vickers at the three-point line. And there's a vicious hit by Ibarra on Ella Vickers. And that's going to draw a foul for Ibarra. Mass substitutions now as the entire starting lineup comes back in for the Lady Eagles to close this game out potentially. Not the entire starting lineup. Mercedes Robledo stays in the ball game. McCall Hampton, Kylie Ellsworth, Mackenzie Mouton, and Kylie Sander check in as Robledo hits a three-point shot to extend Georgetown's lead to 63-6. And Alexa McDonald going for three, bounces off the rim. Cedar Creek gets the defensive rebound, Ibarra specifically. Pass falls incomplete. This will be Ibarra going to the line for the Cedar Creek Lady Eagles. Aaliyah Ibarra, her first attempt is up and good. As it is now 63-7. More of a football score than a basketball score. Ibarra pinning her second free throw attempt. It is no good. Kylie Ellsworth able to get the rebound. And Ellsworth's pass attempt to Robledo is way overthrown. Falls out of bounds. At least Cedar Creek ball. Clock stopped temporarily with 3:05 to go in the ball game. Georgetown leading 63-7. Deshay passes to Ibarra. Ibarra goes for three. No good. It's an air ball. Ellsworth takes the defensive rebound for Georgetown. And now in transition, Ellsworth crosses half court. She passes to Robledo at the three-point line. Back to Kylie Sander. Inside to McCall Hampton. McCall Hampton for two. No good. And Ibarra gets the rebound for Cedar Creek, but it's knocked out of bounds by Kylie Ellsworth. So we'll keep it right here. It'll still be Cedar Creek ball. 2:36 to go here in the ball game. Georgetown leads at 63-7. Ibarra. Or I'm sorry, that was Deshay. She passes it to McDonald. Pass back to Deshay, back to Ibarra. And now inside to Kara Grant. Kara Grant. As a foul is called on McCall Hampton, her first of the ball game. This is 16 fouls for Georgetown. More team fouls in this half, the second half, than they did in the first half. As Cedar Creek has gotten their foul numbers under control, I should say. Georgetown ball with just over 2 minutes to go here. McCall Hampton steps out of bounds as she attempts to pass away from Sapien. And Robledo subs out of the ball game. Not sure what is going on here. Might be a problem with the clock. Okay, a little miscommunication with the free throw shot as McCall Hampton will be shooting 2. McCall Hampton was fouled by Kiana Sapien. Sapien's 4th foul, so she is 1 foul away from being knocked out of this ball game. Hampton's first free throw attempt is good. Makes it 64-7. 2:02 to go here in the ball game. Hampton's second free throw shot is up and in. So 2 more points for the senior. Makes it 65-7 Georgetown. Deshay for Cedar Creek. Passes to Ibarra around the 3-point line. Ibarra tries to get something going. Her pass is intercepted by McCall Hampton. Hampton passes to Haley Hansen. Passes to Kylie Ellsworth inside to Mouton. Back to Hansen. Hansen for 3. No good. Bounces off the rim, but Ellsworth able to get the rebound. Ellsworth for 2 now. No good, but Mouton able to get the rebound. Mouton's shot falls incomplete. So Mackenzie Mouton will be shooting 2. Or a 1-and-1, I'm sorry. 18 fouls for Cedar Creek. That last foul called on Janelle Welcome. Now, not sure what's going on here. Okay, it's a technical foul. Thanks to Cole Smith for pointing out that Janelle Welcome was getting a little mouthy with one of the referees, and that is why they decided to call the technical foul on Welcome. And Welcome has fouled out of the game as a result. And Mackenzie Mouton makes 2 free throws, 2 technical free throws, and now McCall Hampton will get a chance. Janelle Welcome, so multiple fouls called on Welcome for saying something she shouldn't have said to the referee. Hampton extends the lead now to 61 points. It's 68-7. 1:31 to go here in the ball game. Reminder to stay tuned after the ball game for the broadcast of the senior night festivities. As Hampton misses her 3rd attempt at the 1-and-1-and-1. And now it'll be Georgetown possession yet again. Ellsworth checks the ball to Hansen. Hansen now has the ball knocked away, knocked out of bounds by Cedar Creek, so we'll keep it right here. Georgetown ball as Georgetown leads at 68-7. 1:25 to go here in the ball game. Hansen checks it inside to Ellsworth. Ellsworth now running around, trying to avoid Alexa McDonald. Ellsworth dumps the pass off. This is Kylie Sander now. Sander trying to break away from her defender Ibarra. Passes back to Hansen. Trying to set up a screen here. Hansen passes to Ellsworth. Ellsworth being closely guarded. Cedar Creek doing a good job boxing the Lady Eagles out so far. Ibarra. Looks like she hit Haley Hansen there. And indeed it is. It's going to be a foul called on Aaliyah Ibarra. Haley Hansen will be going to the free throw line for 2 as Georgetown enters the double bonus. Her first free throw attempt is good. 69-7 now, Georgetown. And Hansen's second free throw attempt is no good, but Georgetown able to get the rebound with 51 seconds to go here in the ball game. Georgetown probably just going to run the clock out, but we'll see what happens here. Ellsworth passes back to Haley Hansen. Hansen passes back to Kylie Sander. Sander running back to the corner, passes to Ellsworth. And now Ellsworth going inside. 18 seconds to go here in the ball game. Pass back to Hansen. And Hansen hit by Ibarra of Cedar Creek. So Georgetown, trying to run the clock out, will get fouled and go to the line yet again as the Eagles are in the double bonus. 13 seconds to go. Haley Hansen now extends the lead to 70-7. She'll get one more shot. And that pass is good as well. It's 71-7 here. Georgetown over Cedar Creek. And Cedar Creek looking to just run the ball out. And that'll do it for the ball game. Cedar Creek fails to score double-digit points, and the Lady Eagles win the ball game, their first home game of the year 2020, by a score of 71-7. And we will take a brief pause as I'll try to interview our player of the game along with Coach Farney here. In just a moment. Again, Georgetown 71, Cedar Creek 7, the final score here in Georgetown.
Making sure this microphone, this wireless microphone is working. Testing, 1, 2, testing. Testing, okay, I think we're in business. Down to the court to try to get an interview with our player of the game, which will be Mercedes Robledo.
Everybody, please be reminded tonight is Senior Day. We get ready to honor our Georgetown Lady Eagle seniors. If you'd like to come down, come on the stage, you can come down and have a seat. We move some chairs out to the half-court line. Somebody will form a horseshoe around. Everybody come down and form a horseshoe on the left side of the court. Come on down, we've got seating for you.
Night here
You
in
wanna stand up, you can park right
Gymnasium.
here at half court. Nice decorative
And
padded Georgetown Eagle chair.
ball team their much-deserved recognition.
Once again, folks, just form a horseshoe right around. Circle around, tie into the chairs, switch the chairs around the other side. Form a nice little horseshoe around.
Folks, I was just told that our audio cut out once I hit the court, so that is my mistake. Mercedes Robledo, basically the point of the interview was she said that her Jordan Stout gave the team a bunch of knee pads, and that was the secret to her making all those three-point shots this afternoon. And the victory, she said the team, this victory was much needed because of the games next week, specifically the big rivalry game against Eastview, which will take place next Friday night. I believe that tip-off is at 6 p.m. and will be broadcast live here on SHN Sports. Once again, I apologize for the wireless mic not working. It's a microphone we used for football season. It was primarily used as a crowd mic, and we've never really tested out the range, so that is entirely my mistake. I apologize, folks. But again, we're going to broadcast the senior night festivities here for the Georgetown Lady Eagles. They're going to be honoring every senior from this team, and we'll keep it right here. Your final score, once again, the Georgetown Lady Eagles 71, the Cedar Creek Lady Eagles 7. Again, for everyone here at SHN Sports, I'm Travis Banks. Cole Smith, thanks to him for working the camera this afternoon, and we'll see you next time.
Coach Barney said about the senior class of 2020, this group of girls are of high character, and they have incredible parents. You've made your mark by being excellent leaders, extra hard workers, very good students, outstanding citizens, and overall wonderful people. I love you and will always be here for you. Thank you for all the great basketball and fun memories. We'll begin with number 13, Holly Sander. Holly's walking with her mom, Cherise Sander. She's lived in Georgetown her entire life, going to Cooper, Forbes, and then to Georgetown High School. Her favorite Lady Eagle memory is going to see the Grand Canyon and seeing snow. Being able to see this with my team was such an awesome experience. Her favorite Lady Eagle is Josie Wyrick. She loved being able to watch her play defense. I feel like her and I have similar styles. I would tell a younger aspiring Lady Eagle to never give up and to always have fun because time goes by much faster than you think. Kylie's plans after high school are to possibly get a basketball scholarship, spend the first 2 years getting basics while deciding her career path. Her funniest Lady Eagle moment is when Coach Doherty and I got back on the plane to Texas for my Arizona trip, and we both said, "We're on the plane, ra-da-da-da-da," because of the TikTok I showed her. Explanations later. In 10 years, she hopes to be very successful and have a happy family. She wants to thank her loving and caring mother for her success and thank her for always supporting her. Number 13, Kylie Sanders. Number 15, Haley Hansen. Walking with Haley tonight is her mother, Amy Hansen, father, Travis Hansen, and her brother, Dick. She's lived in Georgetown for almost 11 years. Before coming to Georgetown, she lived in Round Rock and Mooresville, North Carolina, where she was born. She attended Blackman Prairie Elementary in Round Rock, Ford Elementary, and then Bonneau Middle School before coming to Georgetown High School. She has so many Lady Eagle memories, but her favorite is probably her trip to Nashville last year. She truly loved that experience. From all the fun jam sessions in Doherty Suburban, to riding in a horse carriage throughout the city, to Rachel attempting to show her how to two-step in a saloon, it was truly one of the most fun trips I've ever taken, although I still can't dance despite Rachel's best efforts. My favorite Lady Eagle, hands down, is her mother, Amy. She attended Georgetown when she was in high school and also played basketball, volleyball, and ran track. She's my best friend, my rock, my life coach. I truly don't know where I'd be without her. Advice she'd give to a young Lady Eagle is to never give up. Being a Lady Eagle is tough, but it's an experience you will cherish the rest of your life. There are many times I thought I'd be pushed to my breaking point, but I never gave up on the program. Truly one of the most rewarding things I've ever done. The lessons you'll learn as a Lady Eagle definitely will follow you into your future, so never give up. After graduating, she'll be attending Baylor University in Waco. She'll be a fourth-generation Baylor student, plans to apply to Baylor's nursing school. Once again, so many funny memories, but last year, anytime the ref did something we did not agree with, Alicia King would get the whole bench riled up, and that would get us all to say, "That's beyond me." In 10 years, I hope to be married, have children of my own, financially stable, and be employed at a hospital as some kind of nurse. Still not sure the specialty. Number 15, Haley Hansen. Manager, Celeste Valdez. Celeste is walking with her mom, Adriana Valdez, and her dad, Jaime Valdez. She was born in Austin, lived in Georgetown since she was 4 years old. She attended Cooper and then Forbes Middle School before coming to Georgetown. Her best Lady Eagle memory was her trip to Nashville. I'm thankful for that trip because it brought me closer to the Lady Eagles. That trip was filled with many great moments and laughs that I will always remember when looking back at my high school years. Her favorite Lady Eagle is Samari O'Brien. I love how Samari always had such a positive attitude whether she was playing or not. She was always up to hype the team before games, during games, and even after they would beat those teams, keep up that hype. Her advice for a future Lady Eagle will be always to be kind and support one another because there are people you will be growing up with every day throughout your high school basketball career. Learn to love your team and they will end up being your family. After graduation, she plans on beginning her education in cosmetology and business at the Oval College of Cosmetology in Dallas. In 10 years, I see myself in a dream makeup studio making clients look and feel beautiful. I'd like to be settling down to start a family. I'd like to thank God for allowing me to get this far. I would not have been able to do it without Him. Thank my parents. I don't know what I would do without such an amazing and supportive parents that push me to strive towards my success. Thank you, Mom and Dad. I love y'all. Celeste Valdez. Number 22, McCall Hampton. McCall is walking with her mom, Sarah Hampton, and her dad, Greg, and grandmother, Bobby. She was born and raised in Georgetown and attended McCoy and Forbes Middle School. Her favorite memory as a Lady Eagle are all the small moments that I share with my team. I will miss all our inside jokes. We in the ghetto, rat-a-tat-tat. Jayla Knight's my favorite Lady Eagle because she possesses leadership, confidence, and is a great teammate. My advice is never give up, even when it gets hard. Don't take the small moments for granted because you will never get them back. Make the most of it. I'll be attending St. Edward's University to continue my basketball career and will be majoring in communications and minoring in photography. My funniest moment as a Lady Eagle is when I convinced the whole team. When I convinced the whole team I peed in the ice bath while they were all sitting in it. The looks on their faces were priceless. In 10 years, I see myself settling down with a family and having an endless number of animals. I want to thank my coaches, friends, and family who have walked by my side through my journey. Number 22, McCall Hampton. Number 24, Toddy Ellsworth. Toddy's walking with her parents, Leslie and Richard Ellsworth, and her sister Taylor. She's lived in Georgetown her whole life, attended Carver and Pickett Elementary School, then Benole before from Georgetown. Her best Lady Eagle memory was a trip to Arizona when they had a snowball fight. It was like we were little kids that had never seen snow before. The smiles and happiness in the moment was enough to last a lifetime. Her favorite Lady Eagle is Coach Amy Youngblood. Not only did I look up to her as a basketball player because she was a small point guard that I aspired to be as a young kid, but as a role model that I still want to aspire to be today. Advice to a young Lady Eagle, these last 4 years I've lived by a verse that I always write on my wrist before games. Romans 8:18. I am sure what we are suffering now cannot compare to the glory that will be shown to us. I haven't decided where I want to go to school yet, but I plan on going to school, getting an education, and playing basketball. Her funniest moment as a Lady Eagle, when we went to the Oyster Bar in New Orleans and we left without Diane. Coach Barney asked before we had left if we had everyone. Of course, we all said yes. The oyster shucker had to bring her back to the hotel, and no one knew what happened till the next morning. In 10 years, I hope to be living close to my family, working my dream job, loving God in my life, and creating the best life possible. I want to thank Coach Barney for always pushing me to my limits and always believing in me. I want to thank my parents for all the time and money they put, making me the basketball player and the person I am today. My mom for being my #1 supporter and loving me unconditionally because I know it's hard. Number 24, Kylie Ellsworth. Manager, Madison Rincon. Madison is walking with her mom, Anna Dobby, her aunt Amber Nelson, her stepmom Tina, and her little sister Alina. She's lived in Georgetown for the past 4 years. She moved from Round Rock, moved to Georgetown the second half of 8th grade, went to Forest North Elementary School, Deer Park Middle School, and Forbes Middle School before coming to Georgetown High. Her favorite Lady Eagle memory is when we would go to our tournament in Fort Worth and Coach Sproul and Coach Youngblood made it a tradition to scare me each time. My favorite Lady Eagle would have to be Lizette Rodriguez because she is someone who is always positive and cracks me up no matter what mood I'm in. We're always hyping each other up when we have jam sessions in the locker room and making dumb jokes almost always. She's just an overall good person and hard worker. I'm glad she's part of this program. My advice to a young Lady Eagle would be to work hard to make your dreams come true. My immediate plans after high school are to get certified in phlebotomy, finish my associates, and get into a nursing program. My funniest moment as Lady Eagle was in Louisiana when I jumped in the pool and went back in the room where everyone was and jumped on Jalen and Kylie's bed. After a few minutes of play fighting, Jalen accidentally punched me in the mouth. I was definitely shocked, but we laughed about it on what felt like forever. I see myself in 10 years working as a pediatric nurse and starting a family. I'd like to thank my family for my success and everyone that has pushed me to be the best I can be. Madison Rincon. Number 30, Mackenzie Mouton. I'm walking with my dad, Preston Mouton, and my mom, Gina Mouton. I've always lived in Florence, Texas, and went to school in Georgetown. I attended Village Elementary and Monroe Middle School. My favorite Lady Eagle memory is going to the Grand Canyon and getting to play in all the snow. My favorite Lady Eagle is Maddie Vickers because of her amazing, bubbly personality and her ability to make everyone around her feel loved. Advice that I would give to an aspiring young Lady Eagle is don't blink. Soon you will be where we are and think, where does the time go? My plans after graduation are to attend Howard Payne University, where I will continue playing basketball and major in psychology. My funniest moment as a Lady Eagle is McCall walking into the locker room one morning for Saturday practice, bawling her eyes out because she rolled over her new pet duckling and squished it. In 10 years, I see myself hopefully married, working in a hospital somewhere, studying special needs kids to help them find correct medication. I want to thank my mom and dad for my success because they taught me how to persevere through anything, and no matter how hard, because the end reward is worth all the hardships. Number 30, Mackenzie Mouton. Number 33, Mercedes Robledo. Mercedes is walking with her mom Jessica, her dad Raul, and her brother Alex. I've lived my whole life in Georgetown. I went to Cooper Elementary and Forbes before Georgetown High. best Lady Eagle memory was the day we finally got to see snow in Arizona. I was so excited, and I was just throwing snowballs at everyone. I felt like a little kid. It was so much fun. My favorite Lady Eagle is Kylie Sanders because she's like my sister. I've known her since elementary school, even though I used to hate her so much. I still don't like her, just kidding. She is one of my best friends, and I will never forget all the memories we've made. My advice to a young Lady Eagle is to never give up and to always push yourself, even when it's hard. My plans after graduation are going to college in San Marcos in the San Antonio area and majoring in business. My funniest moment as a Lady Eagle was right before one of our games in Arizona. I was asking the coaches if I could go do their edges. If you know, you know. Anyway, I asked Coach Marty, and she just gave me a blank stare for about 30 seconds and was just nodding her head, and then she said yes. Then she whispered to Coach Hunt, "What are the edges?" The team and I just started laughing. She looked so confused. Then a couple days later, she complimented my edges and asked me really to do her edges for me. In 10 years, I see myself married with children, living in my greenhouse, and owning my own business. I want to thank my parents and grandparents because they have always been there for me and supported me in everything I do. Number 33, Mercedes Robledo. Rachel. Manager, Rachel Heine. Rachel is walking with her mom, Tina, and her dad, Ron. She's lived in Georgetown all her life, went to Ford Elementary and Monroe Middle School. Her favorite memory was traveling to Louisiana and Nashville with the team. Her favorite Lady Eagle is Katie Brandenburg because as a freshman coming in, I was super scared and she was so nice to me off the bat and helped me get through that first year. My advice to future Lady Eagles is always have a good and positive attitude and push yourself even when you feel like giving up. I'm going to UT Tyler to study kinesiology, and my goal is to get into physical therapy school. My funniest memory is when we were in Louisiana and we posted on Snapchat that we got so many screenshots, Madison would jump in the freezing pool at our hotel. We got the snapshot, and she jumped in. In 10 years, I see myself graduating from college, getting my master's, and starting my physical therapy job. I would like to thank my family for my success because they pushed me to be the best I could be and are constantly giving me reckless love and support. Manager, Rachel Heine. Ladies and gentlemen, these are your Georgetown Lady Eagle